I'm Andrew Jackson, and I'm your president.
1, 2, 3.
Why wouldn't you ever go out with me in school? You always went out with those guys who thought they were so cool. And I was nobody to you, nobody to you, nobody to you. But it's the early 19th century, and we're gonna take this country back for people like us who don't just think about things, people who make things happen, sometimes with guns, sometimes with speeches too, and also other things. Populism, yeah, yeah. Populism, yeah, yeah. Populism, yeah, yeah. Populism, yeah, yeah. This is the age of Jackson.
Take a stand against the elite. They don't care anything but us, and we'll eat our sweet democracy. Let 'em
Eat our dust, eat our dust, eat our diet. 'Cause it's the early 19th century. Take the land back from the Indians. Take the land back from the French and Spanish. And other people in other European countries.
And other countries too, and also other places. I'm pretty sure it's our land anyway.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Populism, yeah, yeah. Populism, yeah, yeah. Populism, yeah, yeah. Populism, yeah, yeah. This is the age of Jackson.
Andrew Jackson was born on March 15, 1767, in the Pioneer Territory of Tennessee. He was the youngest of 3 boys born to Elizabeth and Andrew Sr. Sadly, Andrew Sr. died before young Andrew was even born. The Jackson family lived a hard life, barely supporting themselves through farming, logging, and the occasional slave auction. British, Spanish, and Indian raids were a source of constant fear.
To this little Andrew Jackson, the broth from the oxtail has made a very fine stew. It will keep us fed heartily as the cold winds begin to pour over the Tennessee hills.
Huzzah, Miss Elizabeth! Your shoes have been cobbled.
Jesudiah, you've done it again! You truly are a gifted cobbler. They look like very fine shoes. Don't you think so, little Andrew?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, they are no great work, Miss Elizabeth. I am but a humble cobbler of the Tennessee hills. They're nothing compared to the work you'd find in the great cities of the Northeast.
Don't you say that about the Tennessee hills, you hear?
Well, aren't you spirited?
We're getting murdered out here, one by one. And does the government protect us? No. All they do is tax us and tax us, but they're pretty lace.
I've got an idea. Let's just go down to the creek and catch some fish. Come on, kids. Ow! Oh my god, it hurts so much, Andrew. Help, help.
Where did that come from?
This looks like the work of Injuns.
Injuns?
Why? We're gonna beat them back like the British. We're gonna drive them out like the Spanish. Cause don't you ever forget, young Andrew Jackson, don't you forget that this is our land. And even the land that isn't our land is the land that shall be our land. So you pick up a goddamn rifle and you make those land grabbing Indians bleed. All of them, bleed!
Young Andrew Jackson grew up really fast. At the age of 13, he decided to join a ragtag band of revolutionary men. He was very passionate about defending his dear Tennessee. Even though Jackson was such a good fighter, it wasn't long before he was captured by British soldiers.
Clean my boots.
I'm a young man with a purpose and a clear mission to guide me.
I said, clean my boots.
It is from this day forward. Ow! It is from this day forward. Ow!
I don't think he likes the taste of your boots. How about the sweet taste of my little glove?
My boots.
Ow!
My little glove?
I stand for the rights of America.
Jackson was eventually released by the British. However, death continued to surround him. His eldest brother died in the Revolutionary War, his second brother died of smallpox, and his poor mother died of cholera.
I have no one left. My family's all dead. The British are a bunch of dirty bastards. The Spanish are trying to steal back the land. And then there's all these Indians. Don't get me started on the goddamn Indians. I wish that you were dead so that I could paint your face a different color. Who was it that ever said that my life really couldn't get any duller? My family's dead and I can't see a way to carry on. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Life sucks, and my life sucks in particular. Life sucks, and my life sucks in particular. When you have no one to show you what to do, how do you find your way? When your country doesn't have a place for you, how do you have your say? How do you make them pay? Those wealthy New England congressmen would rather tax us and play polo all day than defend the frontier. Everyone out here is pissed off, but no one's taking a stand. So I guess then that it's up to me. There's nothing left in this old town. Pick up your life and move it around. And what is here for me in Tennessee? Pick up a rifle and make a stand. You always said that I should be that guy, but guess what? I'm telling you, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Life sucks, and my life sucks in particular. Life sucks, and my life sucks in particular. The rain will rain down. The blood will bleed out. The sweat will sweat forth. How can I be that guy? How can I be that guy?
Andrew Jackson tried in good faith to better his life. He became an apprentice to a lawyer and purchased a slave woman named Nancy. And yet, that wasn't enough. Indian and foreign threats grew more and more menacing by the day, while Congress remained indifferent to the plight of the Westerners. Soon, Andrew Jackson became the spokesperson for the angry frontiersmen.
Jackson! Jackson! Yeah! Jackson! Jackson! Yeah! Jackson! Jackson! Yeah!
Yeah!
Tell us about Philadelphia, Andrew.
You guys don't want to hear about that stuff again?
We do.
Okay, so I'm up at our fair capital, right? Try to meet with some congressmen to tell them about our grievances, to tell them to pay a little bit more attention to the western half of the country. And who do I run into but good old King George Washington?
What?
Yes way, in the middle of the goddamn street. Now I'm all nervous and all, but I get the courage to go up to him and I say, "Hello, my name is Andrew Jackson." And he says, "What for?" And so I say to him, "Look, a lot of people are really upset with you. saying that your presidency is only interested in the rich folks in the Northeast, that you don't really give a shit about the frontiersmen. Now, I, for one, don't agree with them. But I just thought you really should know what some people are saying. And he says, sort of tersely, he says, "Oh, thank you, young man. I'll keep that in mind." And he brushes past me. And as he does, I turn and I say to him, "Oh, yeah, totally. It was nice to meet you, too. And please tell Martha to keep the bed warm for me. I'll be dropping by later tonight."
No way. You're so angry.
Quiero una cerveza. Aquí, vamos.
Wait, what? Spaniards.
I'll fight you for this land.
Cabrones, es nuestra tierra. Ataquen.
Sí.
Oh my gosh, Andrew Jackson, my hero, you are so brave. You're hurt. I'll go get you a chair. No, I mean you sit. Come on, sit. Here, I'll fix you right up. You won't even feel a thing.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
I'm Andrew Jackson. And I think you might be the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Just so you know, I'm already married to another man.
What about 2 men at the same time?
You mean bigamy?
Oh, yeah.
Tecumseh is seeking to unite the northern and southern tribes into a great confederation to destroy our way of life. What's more, the Spanish have joined them in their cause, terrorizing American posts from Georgia through Mississippi. Meanwhile, the British forces are making incursions into the coast of Louisiana, and President Monroe is wasting this country's military on losing battles in the Northeastern Territory. Andrew Jackson, we need your help.
There are 4 things in this world I hate: the British, the Spanish, Washington's aristocrats, and then there's the Indians. But most of all, the Indians.
Sometimes you have to make your own story. Sometimes you have to take the initiative. Sometimes you have to make your own story. Sometimes you have to take the initiative. Sometimes you have to kill everyone. Sometimes you have to kill everyone.
I always thought I'd never be that guy, but guess what? I'm telling you. I always thought I'd never be that guy, but guess what? I'm telling you. I'm so that guy. I'm so that guy. Life sucks, and your life's gonna suck universally. Life sucks, and your life's gonna suck universally. This is the age of Jackson.
The Battle of Horseshoe Bend. The year is 1814.
General Andrew Jackson and his army brutally overwhelmed and decimate the Creek tribe forces.
Chief Red Eagle, as the new possessors of Horseshoe Bend and basically all of northern Georgia, you are now people living within our borders, and as such, are subject to the laws that govern our nation.
General Jackson!
What?
We just received word from President Monroe. He's going to let the Creek tribe keep their lands.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of my face! Chief Red Eagle, you Indians have been deceitful. By talking to that devil Tecumseh, and by allowing Indians like him, and the British, and the Spanish, to walk through your smiling Creek villages, you've conspired to... You people are despicable creatures! You show no loyalty to anything, your table manners suck, your music is terrible, and your painting skills are absolutely dreadful! You're savages! Now, I could have every acre of your land taken away from you, and yeah, you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do.
But the messenger just said...
Look, we're going to do whatever it is that I want to do. And what I want to do is take 20 million acres of your richest lands and sequester you to a tiny, smelly, bug-infested corner of Florida. And that's what's going to happen. And that's what's going to happen right now.
Could we just discuss this rationally?
Silence!
10 little Indians standing in a line. One got executed, then there were 9. 9 little Indians haven't long to wait. One got syphilis, and then there were 8. 8 little Indians trying to get to heaven. One found Jesus, and then there were 7. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night, good night. 7 little Indians playing pickup sticks. One got burned real bad, and then there were 6. 6 little Indians trying to stay alive. One didn't do so well, and then there were 5. 5 little Indians banging on the door. One got in, and then there were 4. Good night. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. 4 little Indians entering a plea. One had his case dismissed, and then there were 3. 3 little Indians, not much left to do. One joined a sideshow, and then there were 2. 2 little Indians playing with a gun. One got shot, and then there was 1. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. 1 little Indian, nothing to be done. He went and hanged himself, and then there were 9.
here, in New Orleans.
The British are back?
They haven't learned this land will never be theirs.
First, declare martial law on the streets of New Orleans. Second, cut down the trees to clog the bayous so no boats may pass.
Surely you're not advocating deforestation.
We fight tonight! Rachel.
Andrew, you're home.
We won, honey. We beat the British at the Battle of New Orleans. We won.
Andrew, you're drunk and covered in blood.
We were completely outnumbered, but we won. Let me ask you something. Do you still bleed yourself?
Why, yes, as a release to take away the pain.
See, sometimes when I'm out on the battlefield and I'm covered in blood and I have diarrhea, I think of you here at the Hermitage Plantation, bleeding yourself.
Andrew.
No, I do. And I think of the two of us, covered in blood, bathing in the blood of our enemies, strewn across the battlefield.
Andrew, we gotta stop killing, cutting, and bleeding ourselves. I didn't leave my other husband and risk people calling me a whore to have an even more messed up marriage with you. A return to normalcy. It's the only way to put bigamy behind us.
Bigamy, bigamy, bigamy!
Promise me you stay here at the Hermitage, with me and with all of our awesome slaves. You've had luck on your side so far, but...
Look, Rach, I love you. But I also gotta kill the entire native population.
Well, Andrew, you have to choose.
Okay. I choose you. Hey, I love you.
I love you too.
General Jackson, President Monroe requires your immediate presence in Washington to discuss urgent matters.
Who are you?
I'm Martin Van Buren, Senator from New York.
You seem like a kind man.
We have to go right away for Washington.
Look, I can't right now. I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Washington's just over there. You see that man? That's President Monroe.
I don't understand.
Look, it'll take like 2 seconds. Come on, quick.
Sorry, Rach. Duty calls.
It's fine.
So you decided to just take Florida.
Yep.
Well, where are all the Spaniards?
I killed them all. Oops.
Let me get this straight. We now own Florida and basically all of modern-day Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Georgia, Missouri, and it's all because of you?
Booyah!
I'm censoring you.
What?
Yeah, so you can go now.
You brought me all the way here to tell me this? No. Thank you, Andrew, for killing all the Spanish in the South, driving the British out of our country, and kicking some serious ass with the Indians. BTW, all done with no help or support from the federal government. Can I tell you something? I think the only remaining menace in this country comes from Congress and the White House. You guys don't give a shit about the frontiersmen. There's no equal representation in your one-party system. You guys are so dead. The Republican Party is so dead. The American people deserve an alternative, and I'm going to give them one. I'm going to destroy you guys with my brand of maverick, egalitarian democracy.
The year is now 1821, and Andrew Jackson is named the military governor of Florida. Woo!
What up, people? I feel so honored to be given the chance to serve you. I promised you that I will be good at what you ask me to do, wise when it is required of me, and always stop when you use the safe word. But today, I must also announce my plan to run for president of these United States. That's right. That means it's our time. Time for the real people of this nation. You and me. Time for us to take this country back. That's right. You and me versus the Federalist monarchy. Let's give them a painstakingly nuanced education in representative democracy.
Presidential election of 1824 was a very close race between Andrew Jackson, Senator Henry Clay, and Secretary of State John Quincy Adams. Andrew Jackson's outlaw attitude and promise of change spoke to the people.
On election day, after all the votes were counted, Andrew Jackson had won both popular vote and electoral college. However, he did not receive the majority necessary to win the presidency.
A tie-breaking vote was sent to Congress, and surprisingly, Congress named John Quincy Adams the 6th President of the United States. Some say a corrupt bargain took place in the back halls of Washington. John Calhoun says,
We need to find a scheme to use the power in the hands of the chosen few.
John Quincy Adams says,
My dad's president, I should get to be president too.
Henry Clay says,
I'll make you president if you make me Secretary of State.
Alexis Tocqueville said something in French that none of us can translate. John Quincy Adams says,
If we steal the election, then Jackson will surely cave.
John Calhoun says,
You can be president if you don't try to take away my slaves.
Henry Clay says,
You'll get Missouri because I know how to play real politics.
James Madison said something wise about this, but he was kind of a dick. Jackson is a loser. 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 Jackson is a loser.
I'd like to tell you all how I'm feeling right now. This whole thing is really unfair. And you can say whatever about me, that I've killed a lot of people, or that I'm a cowboy, or a murderer, or even that I represent the national character of this country. Because I kind of do. But I'm also a person, a really sensitive person. And I've worked so hard to be president, and to have it taken away, taken away so egregiously, well, it's just unfair.
Jackson spent 4 long years in political exile. Then, in 1828, he surprised everyone by once again entering the race to become president.
He promised me he wouldn't run again.
You're not supposed to be this, Riley.
Get out of my way.
He has an obligation to the people.
I just told you to get out of my way.
What the hell is she doing here?
A poster? I had to learn all of this from a goddamn poster?
Rach, look, I wanted to tell you, but look, I figured it out. I know how we can win this time.
You swore to me you wouldn't return to public life. You said to stay at home. Besides, you out here campaigning. Do you realize what they can find out about us? Our past?
About the bigamy. Rachel, I know. But it's like, what choice do we have? John Quincy Adams and those doily-wearing muffin tops? I have an obligation. And frankly, being at the Hermitage is boring. I'm not going back to Tennessee. There's nothing to do there except eat, sleep, plant tobacco, and pray for death. These past 4 years have totally sucked. I mean, you're great, but hey, look at me. It's fun here. I've got a mission now. I've got people to defeat.
Jackson! Yeah! Jackson! Come back on that stage. Yeah! It's over. Jackson!
Rach, I love you,
Jackson!
but I also love the people.
Yeah!
Why can't I have both?
Because you're an adult. Yeah! Jackson! Jackson! Yeah! Jackson! Jackson! Yeah! Woo!
Hey, how'd you like to see my stimulus package?
I want to see it!
Yeah, I'm gonna fill you with populism.
Woo!
I know. These past 4 years, I've been sitting home watching things get worse. Horrified by what they've been doing to this country. And I was like, I can't leave my people hanging. I know. A government that can steal an election from out under the people is one deplorable government. This ain't no democracy. Folks, there's a moral conflict going on in this country right now. One between virtue and corruption. The people versus an elite. It's time for us to take this country back.
I want to make out with you!
The first step is founding our own party. A party for us, the people. I'm calling it the Democratic Party. And party we will. Starting tonight, we're going to change things in Washington. We're going to take things back for the common man. For you and for me.
Oh my God, your pants are so tight. I want to spoon you all night long.
Look, I'm in enough trouble with my wife right now.
I mean, in a political way, you know. Yeah, Jackson!
1828 is going to be a year of change. And I'm asking you to let AJ be your agent of change. And when you hear the name Andrew Jackson, I want you to think of a better, brighter tomorrow. Thank you, my friends. Now let's take it to the streets.
Jackson! Jackson! Yeah! Jackson! Jackson! Yeah!
I've always thought I'd live in a house with a dog and some kids and some slaves. Met the door that said welcome. The sign on the fence that said private home, don't enter. And I'll never compromise. I hear you talk and talk about what you want, the travel, the fighting, the pictures in the paper, the killing and campaigning. The sign on your door says populism, yeah, yeah. You tell me not to come
have to do it compromising. We have no private life. You give up nothing. I give up everything. You give up nothing. We have no private life. You give up nothing. I give up everything. You give up nothing.
As it became clear that Jackson could win the election of 1828, Henry Clay held a Senate hearing designed to attack Jackson's character and expose his shameful past.
Thank you, Governor Jackson, for taking a hiatus to join us here today. We understand you have a very busy campaign schedule.
Senator Clay, vet away. I have no secrets to hide.
I would first like to inquire of your dueling, which we understand to be quite profligate.
Make all the accusations you want. You're not gonna steal another election from me.
We understand that over the years you've recently been engaged in cockfighting.
And I've won just about every round I've put money on. You have to know how to inspect those roosters. I can always tell a good fighter by the beady look in his little chicken eyes.
You killed a lot of people in Florida, not only Indians, but Spanish citizens.
And we're a larger and safer country for it. And boom goes the dynamite.
Is it true that you killed U.S. militiamen in Georgia and Louisiana?
They were engaged in un-American activities.
Why did you vote to censor President Washington in 1796?
Because he's an aristocratic blowhard.
Do you gamble on horse races?
Do Quakers love orgies?
Was your mother a prostitute?
Back before she met my
Was
dad.
your dad half black?
He looked pretty white to me.
And what about the bigamy?
Andrew!
What about it?
Well, I'm sure you're aware of the rumors circulating from New England up through Tennessee that you married your wife Rachel while she was still wed to another man.
Well, Andrew, say something!
That's slander of the basest order.
Mr. Louis Robards.
That's a big bunch of bullshit.
Well, why don't we call your whore wife Rachel to the stand?
Andrew, please. Hi.
Rachel!
We just want to get to the bottom of this. I'm sure you'll all agree that we can't have a president who participates.
That's it! Keep talking, Clay, and I'll scalp ya!
In the end, the Senate hearing did very little to harm Jackson's popular appeal.
Yeah, and it was at that very moment that Rachel Jackson began to die of grief. Grief? This is the 19th century. That sort of shit happened back then.
Wow.
I know.
Sadly, Rachel did die, and Andrew Jackson went on to win both the popular and electoral college votes. The title that had been stolen from him 4 years earlier would finally be his to savor. Andrew Jackson would become the 7th president of the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackson, go Jackson! Look at this, the White House, your very own Oval Office. Oh my God!
Mr. President, we need a decision on the tariff. The Senate's divided.
Look, we're not gonna wait for the Senate. We're gonna do what the people want. Who waits the tariff?
Me.
The people have spoken.
We also need a decision on the Indians. They're killing settlers out there. It's a bloodbath.
Jesus. Black Fox! Black Fox, my deputy of Indian Affairs. What's up with you Indians? You're killing white folks. Why won't you behave?
Maybe it's because it's our land.
Look, you and me had a deal. You gotta take care of this.
What if instead of making them assimilate, you murder them all? Go Jackson!
It's not really.
No. A president shouldn't kill a whole race of people. What I'm going to do is move the Indians west.
But, Great Father,
Not your tribe, Black Fox. You dismissed. Van Buren, tell all the other Indians to get lost.
Andrew Jackson, you are so unorthodox.
Well, the old way of governing just hasn't worked. This presidency is going to be about the people. And what the people want is...
Pizza!
Pizza? Yes, pizza. What the people desire, Jackson delivers.
Yay!
Mr. President, we've got the Supreme Court on line too. They need a decision about the tariff.
Supreme Court? Jackson here. Can you send over a couple of pizzas, one cheese and one...
Pepperoni!
Pepperoni? We're making a bunch of big unilateral decisions here today, and we're getting kind of hungry.
And this is the Oval Office. When President Jackson was elected, much of the White House was torn down in the excitement, but the Oval Office stayed intact.
What up, people?
Oh my God! It's President Jackson!
I love you, man.
I love you too.
I love your sexy pants. You're like the coolest guy ever!
You know why? Because I'm the people's president, man. From now on, there's going to be no difference between those governing and those governed. Tell him I can't see him right now. There's a tour group here.
President Jackson, you cannot keep putting me off like this. The people of South Carolina have a right to break from the Union.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. With you guys, it's either slavery or secede. We're making these decisions together as a country.
Maybe we should go.
No,
Yeah.
you should stay. Calhoun should go.
You don't have the authority to make these decisions on your own.
I don't. What do you think?
Don't ask the band. They're not your cabinet.
Cabinet? The people's president doesn't need a cabinet. You know what? I'm firing my cabinet. The band will be my cabinet.
Oh, yeah? You're going to regret this. Out of my way!
Sir, Congress is on line one. They need a decision about the National Bank.
Who hates the bank? So shut it down. If we give those Weasley Wall Streeters the chance, they'll destroy this nation.
But you need congressional approval to dissolve the bank.
Presidents don't ask permission. Kill it.
Another little known fact about President Jackson is that he once shot off a man's ass in a duel.
Oh, and Van Buren, bring me some agua para mi boca.
You speak Spanish?
I also have several forms of hepatitis.
Ew!
From battle wounds, people.
Oh.
Pizza.
Hey, have you guys met my good buddy Black Fox? Over the years, he's betrayed countless Indian tribes on behalf of our nation, and it doesn't bother him at all.
No, doesn't bother me at all.
Well, that was uncomfortable. But the truth is, while Black Fox may not be so popular among some Indians, he always has and always will be loyal to me.
Yes, I will always deliver.
Sir, I got you the water.
How's that whole relocation thing going?
Oh, terribly. The Indians lynched, their homes destroyed.
Are you serious?
They don't want to move. It's getting ugly.
Well, do you think I should send in federal troops to forcibly move the Indians west?
Well, maybe you can consult the people.
Hey there. Do you think I should send in federal troops to forcibly move the Indians west?
Well, at first, I was like, move them. But now we should have them stay. I don't really know.
Okay, well, those ideas contradict each other.
Okay, whatever, move them.
All right, but I'm thinking that if we put the Indians on a forced march westward, a lot of them might die in the process. You'd feel pretty terrible about that, right?
I mean, yeah. But why are you asking me anyway?
Because I'm the people's president, man. I want to know what you think is right.
Okay, well, it's not my job to think about this shit.
Okay, what about you?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I agree with you.
About what?
Like, I agree with what you said.
But I didn't say anything.
Earlier, that thing. I'm totally for it.
Huh?
Well, you see, I wasn't really listening.
Becky! This isn't fun anymore. Let's get out.
What?
Oh my god! Direct democracy directly applied is so totally lame.
Yeah, it's hella dry in here.
What? I don't think you people know what you want. And that's why you're lucky to have me. I can help you make the bold, the passionate, the complicated decisions.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Woo!
Sir, the Supreme Court just ruled that Cherokees cannot be forcibly moved.
In Washington, you can't get anything done.
You're just figuring that out now.
The Supreme Court's filled with Republicans, and Congress won't pass a goddamn thing. Guess letting my wife die to be president was a bad call.
Guess so. Anyway, the Cherokees have responded to the ruling by torching and scalping frontier settlements.
Well, the Supreme Court can't let the Cherokees stay.
Well, you can't tell the Supreme Court. No, we're gonna have to think of another solution.
This is so frustrating.
President Jackson, this next tour group is from your home state of Tennessee.
Hey there, folks. Do you think I should send in federal troops to forcibly move the Indians west?
Well, yeah, if it means to leave Tennessee.
See, that's what I thought too, but now the Supreme Court says it's illegal.
Well, then you can do it. Checks and balances are what this country was founded upon.
Okay, so then the Indians will stay.
Yeah, but not in Tennessee.
Right. Wait. What?
I mean, you shouldn't do anything illegal, but the Indians have to go, like, now, out.
Look, I want to do what you think is right, but I can't do both things.
Right.
Right?
Great! This is so much fun.
You're an idiot! You people are no help at all! And that's why you're lucky to have me. I'm the voice of the people. The Supreme Court can kiss my ass!
You got a serious ego trip going on there.
Yeah, you're kind of a dick.
You won't like this back in Tennessee.
Well, I'm a federal laxative, and I'm gonna unclog this goddamn system!
Sir, Congress is holding a vote to censor you, and the skirmishes on the frontier are getting worse.
Everyone keeps getting in my way!
We need to act quickly.
I guess we can talk to the Indians directly. Black Fox! Black Fox! Where's Black Fox? He helped me negotiate with him before.
Black Fox isn't here.
Why not?
Black Fox has gathered tribes into a confederation to overthrow Tennessee.
But he's my friend. He just brought me pizzas.
His tribe just torched a frontier settlement.
What are you gonna do?
I'm thinking.
You're just like all the others who try to help us. Come on, Mr. President, pull your shit together.
Who said that?
You're so hot when you're angry.
Oh!
Okay, we really need to go now.
Go back to Tennessee, you goddamn rednecks! You don't understand the nuances of consolidated executive power. The people aren't going to stop Andrew Jackson from doing what Andrew Jackson knows the people want. When it stops being fun and your patience is done, and you see being president so very hard, with this country before you that cannot be governed, you find yourself powerless, bloody and scarred. And what is it for? The love of the people. Who is it for? This nation we've made. That guy who did everything his way, where has he gone? So tonight I'll sing the saddest songs of enemies who I've done wrong. And if you don't know how to sing along, well, I'm sorry, but the band plays on. Jeremiah looked down on the people of Judah and told them their future was bloody and cursed. When I think of the conflict, the change that awaits us, it's gonna be hard, but this country comes first. Revolutions will come to you, swift if you let them. A nation united cannot be undone. Adams, Jefferson, Washington, Monroe, and Madison started a war, but it's hardly begun. So we'll ruin the bank and we'll cripple the courts, and we'll take on the world for America's sake, and we'll take all the land and we'll take back the country. We'll take and we'll take and we'll take and we'll take, and this country I'm making cannot be divided. The will of the people won't stand in my way. How can I tell you how deeply we'll make them all bleed? So tonight I'll sing the saddest songs of enemies who did me wrong, and the war will go on and on and on and on and on and on as long as we need. Bring me Black Fox!
Your Eminence, great father.
Stop! Cut that obsequious Indian bullshit on me.
Andrew.
Look, you and I have known each other far too long, Black Fox. Now here's the deal. You're fomenting insurrection. This can't happen anymore.
For years I have been
Look, the time to talk is over. I tried to let you live peacefully within our borders, but you wouldn't assimilate. Then some white people came and killed your tribes members. And before we could even negotiate, you went and formed a goddamn militia! Now here's the deal. You signed this treaty here today and peacefully move your tribes members west, or I'm going to send in federal troops to forcibly relocate you and your people. And let me tell you something, Black Fox. Those federal troops, they don't love Indians like I do.
Andrew, I have handed you the lands of at least 11 tribes. I did this with you, together as friends behind their backs, because you promised to protect my people.
The extinction of your people is inevitable. Inevitable! Unless we move you west. We both know in our hearts that we can't have Indian ghettos scattered throughout the East Coast. And I wish that you had built symphonies in the cities and put on plays and made yourself a little bit more essential, you know, to the culture. And yeah, totally, you were here first. Absolutely. But we don't give a shit. And we never will. Because the day we came, we saw it, we wanted it, and frankly, it was easy to believe it was ours. And so we're stuck. And what I can promise to you is that this is the least bad solution. And what I can also promise is that if you and I sign this here today, in 30 years, we're going to look like goddamn heroes.
I will take your words to my people, and when they have come to a decision,
your nation will be destroyed.
But Andrew, I am your friend.
Presidents don't have the luxury of friendships.
The grass grows a prairie, the nations of cover through the high plains, the nation we become, it makes us second nature. The backyard, the driveway, the cover covered wagons rushing through the high plains and the motels on a canyon. It makes a second nature. And what was it for, this country, the farms, and the blood across the prairie, the nation we become as we build a second nature? No, no. No, 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 no,
Andrew Jackson went on to serve 2 terms as president. His historical legacy is a complicated one. Some believe he was the greatest president of the 19th century, while others believe his tenure was forever tarnished by his forced relocations of tribes and the subsequent Trail of Tears, which resulted in thousands of deaths of Native Americans.
Come on.
Even today, there is still no historical consensus. Many books and documentaries have raised the question of whether Andrew Jackson was a great president or whether he was in fact a genocide or murderer.
You know, I kind of thought history would vindicate me. Call me a hero.
You can't stab history in the back. The exit is behind you, Mr. President.
The rivers run and parking lots, the endless, endless fields and cities. We make them, replace them with our dreams of the future. And what was it for? The swimming pools, the highways, the ball games in the dusk, on the battlefield, a time we were so foolish and so young. No, no. No, no. No, no.
The grass grows, we take it, we want it, second nature to us.
Populism, yeah, yeah. Populism, yeah, yeah. It's the age. This is the age. This is the age of Jackson.
And now, we'd really like to say thank you to the real star of the show, Mr. Toman, for all the plays you put on. Thank you. You can take a bow.